Hey everyone, welcome back. This is part 3 of the Let's Play Donkey Kong 64 with glitches. In the last part we finished up Jungle Japes, so in this part we're going to go to Angry Aztec, the second level. Normally at this part of the game you're supposed to go and turn in the key from the first boss to Key Lumsey over in this island, and he will open the second level for you. But you don't actually have to do that. There's a really cool glitch that you can do to get into Aztec early, which takes advantage of the fact that whenever this game slows down, your character's speed gets increased to compensate for it, so that to the casual viewer it doesn't look like it's lagging as much as it actually is. And I'm going to take advantage of that and get inside the Aztec door. That was a failed moon kick. Just jump across these. Yeah, the camera just like did a 180 there. It does that sometimes, usually when you're jumping off a vine. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is, oh, something else I should point out, like when you throw oranges in this game, the explosion causes lag, and the more oranges you throw, the more lag there is, and the more lag there is, the faster your character moves. So what I'm gonna try to do is position Donkey Kong against this door. I'm gonna throw some oranges against the side of the door, and hopefully it'll create enough lag that the knockback from the explosion will actually just push him straight through the door. So I'm going to try and line this up using the camera. This is another like advantage to having the camera early. You can line things up. So here we go. First try, right in there. I could leave this place again, but the game would actually soft lock because the door is still there, so Donkey Kong would just be running against it forever. I'd have to reset. So let's not bother with that and just go straight into Aztec. I'm not going to do a lot of things in this level right now. Most of the stuff in Aztec is going to be left for later on, because even after I unlock everyone in this level, I'm still not going to have Chunky Kong, and it's kind of pointless to do most of the level unless I have everyone. I'm just going to get the things that are directly in my path right now, while freeing Tiny Kong and Lanky Kong. This really should be hitting it. I really should just stick to first person mode for these things. I always feel like you should be able to make it across that gap with that little attack, but I guess not. Let's just wait for this guy. I'm gonna kill this guy with nothing but the gun. Makes him really easy to kill. It's like that with all the Splats actually. You can really like deal a lot of damage with the gun. There were some banana bunches in that quicksand over there, but the fact that I'd have to take damage to pick them up means that it's not really worth getting. There's like other bananas in the level that are a lot faster and easier to pick up. So first thing I'm going to do is make a switch to Diddy Kong. Gonna grab this rainbow coin here as well. So I've already got 19 coins for this guy, and that is pretty ridiculous. I've barely collected any regular coins for him. It's all been from the rainbow coins mostly. And I'm now gonna go and get his instrument. That was pretty weird. Like I think I overshot the loading zone for this place, and I had to walk back outside to actually get inside. So yeah, here's Candy Kong. She takes like 10 years to walk over to you. But I guess it's worth it because she gives you not only an instrument but some extra health, which is pretty useful. With that said though, it's kind of hard to die in this game. It's really not that difficult of a game. So now that I have this, I can go open the temple where Tiny Kong is locked up, which is right over here. I'm just going to ignore these bananas. Like, the route that I'm following for this is specifically designed for speedrunning, and it's actually a little bit faster to just pick those up the next time we come to Aztec. I know it makes no real difference, but I just don't want to confuse myself when I'm following this route. So yeah, but I am going to get some bananas in here. There's quite a few things I need to do in this place. So there's Tiny, and in order to free her, normally you're supposed to like thaw this ice and then swim underwater. I'm actually going to do something to skip that, but before I get to that I'm going to get these bananas right here because there's quite a few of them and they're really quick to get. Oops. So yeah, like I said, normally you're supposed to run over this big path and play your guitar on this pad up here, but I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna do a cool glitch instead, which lets me get out of bounds here and just find my way to Tiny Kong that way. I'm gonna use the same kind of thing that I used to skip paying the bananas to Trough and Scoff in the last video. I'm just gonna try and... oh wow, I got it first try. That is pretty unlikely. That C up clip is really hard to do usually, but sometimes you get lucky, I guess. But yeah, you can see like under the level and stuff. If I go too far out this way, like into the blackness, then I just die and it puts me back at the start of the level, so I'm gonna avoid that. I'm just gonna go until he falls in the water now. This is where I want to be because there's a bunch of bananas in here that I want to pick up. So yeah, it probably would have been faster to just like thaw the ice since I picked up those 3 bananas, but I wanted to show off that C up clip because it's really cool. Now, because I didn't actually thaw the ice, it means that the cutscene, which usually plays when you do thaw it, didn't play, and that means that this place in here is actually kind of messed up right now. You're supposed to spell out the word Kong, but because the game is missing a cutscene at the moment, I have to trigger another cutscene to bring it up to speed. So I have to hit the wrong letter first. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's just the way it is. It kind of has to show that little thing over there before any of the correct letters will register properly. So now I can spell Kong. Oh yeah, I don't have to like chimpy charge that thing on the wall over there to get little platforms here. I can just stand on top of these things and chimpy charge off of them, and he hits them on the way down. The collision detection in this game is really not good at all, but in cases like this it actually works to our advantage. Anyone else think Diddy Kong sounds like Mickey Mouse when he long jumps? Don't know what's up with that. He totally does. Anyway, this is Tiny Kong free. She really looks really tiny there. She never seems that small when you're actually playing as her, but those bananas are huge compared to her. So anyway, I'm going to go and pick up this golden banana. I'll just grab these coins as well. There's no real need, but why the hell not? So now that that's taken care of, I'm going to quickly exit the level and jump back in, just as a shortcut to get back to the main place. So the next thing I want to do is free Lanky Kong. He's the other person that you can free in this level. And I'm going to need Donkey Kong to do that. So let's see. First thing I want to do is jump over here and play guitar on top of this cage, because that's going to free, or it's going to open this door over here. You can't really see it right now, but there's a door back there. Yeah, that one. And you can skip that door, but like I need it open anyway, so I'm not going to bother showing that off. In order to get up here, I wonder if you can backflip. No, you can't. You have to use a different technique, which isn't really intentional. It's called a moon kick. Basically, whenever you do 2 jumps in a row with Diddy Kong, he does a double jump. But like, if you are doing like a move, if you do this move where he like swings his tail on the ground, then you can cancel it right away and jump again. So the idea is that if you can time that so that he does that move at the same time that he starts his double jump, you can interrupt it again like that, which gives him a lot of height. The timing for this is kind of annoying, but it's not as hard as some of the other tricks. So I'm going to open this door. Must have taken a really long time there because the llama was yawning. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and play as Tiny Kong for a little bit. I'm not bothering to get Tiny or Donkey Kong's instrument right now. I don't actually need them at the moment. I mean, you're supposed to use DK's instrument to free Lanky Kong, but there are ways around that, so it's no big deal. Tiny Kong has a blueprint in this tunnel, and also a couple of regular bananas that I want to pick up. I'm also not going to bother getting any of her moves, I'm just going to get them all in the next level. Oops. You'll notice that when I'm moving around with most of the Kongs, usually I'll long jump, or do like some kind of like B then jump move. The only Kong where this isn't the fastest is Donkey Kong, because he has that little roll thing, which is faster. So I'm just gonna run over here and tag DK. This seems like it's taken a little while, but it's probably the fastest way to get them. And like I said earlier, I'm just gonna ignore these other bananas over here because I don't need them right now. I'm gonna come back to this level later on and finish everything else after I have Chunky Kong. So for now, just gonna go free Lanky. The second Baboon Blast. Let's hope I don't fall this time like I did in the last one. Should probably just take it a little easier and not be so overconfident. Okay. I know that you can hit A for the last one right away and always make it, so that's cool. This guy's now free, he's going to give us a golden banana, but I'm not going to pick that up right now because it's kind of out of the way. It's way back at the start of the level and I'm pretty much at the second main area, so I'm just going to leave it for now. Okay, so before I enter this temple, I'm going to run back here and grab some bananas from the balloon. Okay. Oops. Oh my god, I'm just falling all over the place. What you're supposed to do here is, obviously you hit this switch up here and the door opens, but you can actually do a moon kick to get on top of the temple, which is used in the any percent speedruns. It's kind of tricky to do. I think you're actually supposed to do it on top of these things. The timing's kind of hard. There we go. And like, you can like kick your way inside here if you time it properly. Well, whatever, it's no big deal. Sometimes if you like angle yourself properly there, then he just like clips through and you don't have to hit the switch. It also means that you don't have to do Baboon Blast, because Baboon Blast is what makes that switch appear. But since I had to do that anyway to get the llama golden banana, it's no big deal. So here's Lanky Kong. I'm pretty much going to free him and then that's going to be the end of this segment, because there's nothing else that I really have to do right now. Just going to activate these warps. That's going to make the travel time later on a little less. I took damage earlier, didn't I? Yeah. So what you're supposed to do is, like, there's an instrument pad for DK somewhere around here. I'm just going to not bother with these bananas for now. Like I said, I'll be back here later, and there's ones that are faster than those anyway. And yeah, there's an instrument pad for him, and you play your instrument on it, which obviously I don't have right now. And when you do that, it like turns all this lava into water because the camel spits in it or something gross like that. And you can swim through and get to Lanky Kong. But what I'm actually going to do is just fall through the stairs, because why not? It's Donkey Kong 64 and I'm allowed to. I mean, it might take a few tries, but it's gonna happen. It's kind of weird that this one's taking me longer than the last one did, because the last one's actually a lot harder than this usually. This is pretty embarrassing. Okay, there we go. Jesus, that took a while. So yeah, I'm just going to turn the camera around so we can see this place from the outside. It looks pretty weird. You can see where Lanky is, and like, you can swim through this wall as well, by the way. You can like do this swimming glitch to get through this little gate that you can see in the center. But it's kind of annoying because when you're in the lava you're taking damage constantly, so you're pretty much pressured to do it really quickly. But I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to free this guy. A lot of people like Lanky Kong a lot. he's kind of a speedrunner's worst nightmare because he's really slow. The only place where he's fast is in the water. Everywhere else he's just he's slow. But whatever. But yeah, I think that's it for Aztec right now. I've unlocked Lanky, I've unlocked Tiny. I can head to Frantic Factory in the next video. So yeah, just to demonstrate what I was talking about earlier, I'm going to leave this place and you're going to see that the game's going to soft log. I'm just going to save first, even though I totally don't have to because it auto saves. But whatever, I'm paranoid. So yeah, here we go. DK is now permanently walking against this door. He can't get far enough through it to the point where the game lets you take over, so he's pretty much stuck. The camera's fixed, as you can see from the bottom right, and I mean, this would be a nice screensaver or something, but that's pretty much all. I'm going to have to get up and reset the system now. So, thanks for watching.